Hi, and thank you all for joining us with this virtual journey to DC for racial justice event with Isaac. We are Erase, and we are going to introduce ourselves one by one, and then we're going to get into the questions. And so, my name is Jenn. My pronouns are she and her, and I am a Black woman. I'm an anti-racist organizer and trainer in Kalamazoo with Erase. And Erase has been doing work with Isaac for so many years, and we continue to lean into that partnership and growth in that community. And I'm going to invite Lisa to introduce herself.
Thank you, Jen. Hey, everyone. My name is Lisa Kaiser. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. And I'm also an organizer and trainer with Erase. I am based on the east side of the state in Metro Detroit. I am a biracial woman. My mother immigrated to Michigan from the Philippines in the 60s, and my father is a white jazz drummer from Chicago who is the grandson of German immigrants. And I will invite Manuel to introduce himself.
Thanks, Lisa. My name is Manuel Bernal Carmona. I am a Chicanx Mexican person with indigenous roots with the Purepecha people in Michoacan, Mexico. My pronouns are he, him, his. I'm one of the co-executive directors of Erase. I'm also an organizer and facilitator.
So we are going to get started with these questions, and we are going to answer, why do we do this work? And for me, I know that I moved through this world as a Black woman who is a descendant of the African diaspora, and these identities of being Black and being a woman are tied to who I am and my socialization in this world, and also how people see me. And I know due to the historical effects of slavery, I may not have all of the pieces ancestrally, but I think that's the journey of trying to find out more about who I am as a Black woman and my identities, my complexities, and all of those things. And I think that the reason why I do anti-racist work is because as a child, I've always been a seeker of knowledge and truth. And I know that anti-racism is truth for me. I know that it's life-giving, I know that it's empowering, but it's also is rooted in also a lot of pain. And I think that having power over and control over the things that dictate a lot of things in your life, especially with the current state of the world right now. I think that it gives me an outlet for introspection. It encourages growth. It always reconnects me to my humanity, and it pisses me off and it makes me emotional and all of these things, but it connects me to my humanness. It connects me to who I am, and it gives me solace, and it also gives me a lot of joy. And I think that what gives me the most hope is the continued effort of multiracial community, and also Black joy, just seeing happiness, seeing love and light in Black people. So that's why I do this work.
Thanks so much, Jen. So for me, in addition to being an organizer and trainer with Erase, I'm also a high school teacher. And so that is actually the role that brought me into relationship with Erase back in 2012. This work is so important to me because every day I watch my students navigate a system that they can see is working better for some of them than it is for others, but they don't understand how it got to be so inequitable. And so there's really, I think, a lot of harm and pain in that realization. And so I do this work to reduce that harm for our young people. And the thing that gives me hope is because I have hope. I am hopeful because I believe in the work of Erase to build a community of equitable anti-racist institutions. And I believe in the relationships that we continue to build as our work grows throughout the state.
Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Jen. So as a person of color, I know myself to be connected to my ancestors, and in several different ways. And one of those ways is resistance. And so I understand that my people, my ancestors, have resisted white supremacy, have resisted racism. And so I understand that resistance is a critical part of my anti-racist identity, in that my brownness is part of that resistance as well. That brownness is resistance. And so another piece to that that I think about is understanding that one day my body's going to be buried back into this earth. And so while I'm here, how can I be of use to anti-racism? The time I have left on this earth, how can I be of use to the work? And so that's something that I'm constantly reflecting about. And so I think with the question of what keeps me hopeful and encouraged for change, I think elders in this work keep me engaged and hopeful. The youth keeps me engaged and hopeful. The stories of my parents and the creativity that is there really inspires me, because I know white supremacy has destroyed creative thinking. And so whenever I hear stories from my parents in particular, it really highlights the creative thinking, and that really inspires me. And also resistance music against white supremacy. Resistance music as storytelling is heavily inspiring to me. So I think that's it. And we thank everyone for listening. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.